imprisonment is less than 3 years, the limitation period to take action is only 3 years. So a registrar of company, he serves a notice, some offence committed in 2005, I can easily challenge it saying that they should have taken action by 2008. Not now. Of course, there are so many other trials are going in the magistrate court. Still they are arguing, no, now only I got the notice of it. But we argue other side that saying that the moment we file, you presumed to be taken the notice of the same, then otherwise what is the reason of filing it? That's why they added a statement. We are only taken the record. In the form you can see receipt. We have not seen anything. We are only taking the record and giving the receipt. That is the reason they were added. So, but the spirit of the law is the government can take action, whether judiciary or regulatory can take action only up to 3 years if the imprisonment is only up to 3 years. But since the imprisonment period 3 to 10 years, now nobody can save from this implication. All the professionals and director necessarily should face this issue. This is okay, fine. To what it is applicable, to what are the provisions it is applicable? It is not applicable to entire act. Next question comes. I will say that how we will be put into this situation. That's why I told you I will take up the inspection, inquiry, investigation later, because then I can link to this provision how we will be pulled to this scenario. See, these are the provisions. I will show one Companies Act provision where sections are listed out. All those sections are directly subjected to the implication of section 447 fraud. If you can see section 211 under new act. Of section 206 to 212 deals with inspection, investigation. See here, let's see. These are the people going to be the part of serious fraud investigation, which I will deliberate little later. Yeah, this is a provision which I am searching. Notwithstanding anything in the code of criminal procedure, that means he is not bothered about criminal procedure code. Whatever you put for criminal, let it be there. But anyway, it is applicable to white collar also. Apart from that, these are the provisions that they want to bring. What are those provisions? The offences covered under subsection 5, 6, 7, 34, 36. I will show you what are those sections. I just want to show you what is the implication of it. Why we have to give too much attention on this? The reason being, they completely notified certain sections where the application of prosecution, the enforcement of prosecution. In this, the last section, if you see, section 339 and section 448. What is 448? Now I will deliberate little later. That 448 is a section which I will show you 448 little later. Now you understand it is there in that paragraph 448 also. As our chairman deliberated, the sections which are going to get subjected to the implication of 447 is furnishing any false or incorrect particulars, suppressing any material information, then criminal liability, misstatement, then punishment for fraudulently inducing person, Anyway, this is shared to you, so you can see it little later also. I want to tell you the implication alone. This section you can leisurely read also. Punishment for personation of acquisition of shares, certificate of shares, transfer transmission, all this willful default are violation in those sections. Damages for fraud, removal, resignation, fraudulently getting name, the end punishment for false statement, section 448. This only is important, which I want to show you. By bringing this section 448 into the provision of section 211, the implication is going to be, it is not that only the provision which is listed alone is going to get the implication or get the consequences of the fraud. No. By including this single section 448 in that particular para, see the language of the 448, if in any written report, certificate, financial statement or other document required by for the purposes of any provision of, in fact I don't want to take time, that's why I am reading, otherwise I can read half an hour and say what is that real intention of the government. So it says any, that itself we are caught, any written, any report, any certificate, any financial statement which is false in any material particulars knowing it to be false, which omits any material fact knowing it to be material, shall be liable under 447. 447 is fraud, which going to receive a implication or going to be subjected to 10 years imprisonment. It shall be liable under section 447. My friends, now the section what is listed is not so great, that only how our chairman was deliberating, that while incorporation and certain things is involved, only in that aspect we have to be not like that, sir. This is going to be the impact is anything we sign. That means the entire company is not going to come within the purview of the section 447 and going to receive the consequence of 10 years imprisonment. So at least we were little, first time when we are reading, we were little feeling happy, okay, only those provisions they have included. But we were shocked really to see section 448 also got included at the end. When you include section 448, everything else doesn't matter. In fact, the equivalent provision section 628 in the old act, the same wording, nothing, they have copy pasted only. There is no difference between the old act. In fact, earlier under the old Companies Act, if any action to be taken by the registrar on any false statement or any finding it to be wrong, they have to necessarily invoke provision of section 628 of the old act. The same thing they are going to invoke in the new act now. The same thing. And now that is subjected to the fraud. Now, anything we sign proved to be wrong, I am telling wrong. Rather, we need not to say wrong, we need not to use any connotation at all. Because everything under sky is fraud only. See, only it matters whether you are under the company, you are dealing with the company. That only matters. The relationship alone should be established. That's the reason I told you the definition starts fraud in relation to the affairs of the company. So only the exclusion is anything related to the company. That means anybody under the company in employment or whatever the category, or anybody dealing with the company as a consultant, and anybody, I don't know, stakeholders, as long as they are not signing anything wrong, they will not be pulled. But as long as anybody, whoever deals with the company and willfully do something wrong, they will be pulled to these consequences. They will be taken action against section 448. In turn, they will be troubled by subjecting them to the implication of section 447, and there are all possibilities to sentence, to be sentenced to 10 years. So this is going to be the major impact under the new Companies Act. In fact, that is the reason the whole section is, the particular topic, heavy topic is kept at the end, so that let us see the lighter sides of the Companies Act 2013. We can deliberate. In fact, everybody we are talking about so much on CSR, such an important thing. Yes, but the only thing is Government is not going to do anything, the regulator is not going to take action against the company if you are going to tell the reason that why you are not done it. Because you can always put a reason, for this reason I am not able to do the CSR. You are out. You are out of the, you are perfect compliance of the provisions of the Companies Act. The reason why I am highlighting here, such importance is given to the CSR and many aspects, independent director and many concept, as chairman rightly pointed out. In fact, more than 10-15 forum I would have addressed only on this topic, apart from any other topics in the Companies Act. Nowhere I really got this input, really gave very important input. Nobody really has taken a serious view and nobody paid proper attention to this area. But the people or the person, the professional, the fraternity, those who have not paid more attention or sufficient attention is going to suffer because of this. Only them, for them only it is going to be. It is not that somebody else is happening. We are only going to get suffer out of it. It is not that we can say that okay fine, what we can do, anyway it has come and so many other things are there to understand. We are concentrating other things. We are sparing this thing. Fine, you can spare, but at whose cost? At ours cost we are sparing all this. So the whole impact is only the professional community and that is going to get this. And no, I don't know any single representation would have reached to the government saying that this level treatment should be given to the professional and directors. Leave it all directors, fine. We need not to appear for them. We need not to file vakalats for them. We can give assurance that they will be proper also. That is another thing. At least as a professional community, the profession can give assurance. Yes, we will ensure nothing goes wrong to our best of our knowledge. But I don't think any representation would have gone or anyone would have taken it so seriously. I don't think. But the entire country, the entire corporate in India really going to suffer like anything. More than corporate, the profession going to suffer like anything after the Companies Act 2013 comes by virtue of these provisions. Even suppose we are not able to prove that we are genuine, we are caught. The onus of proof lies with the company and professionals. Suppose he says, no, I suspect you. No, I have not done it. You have to give 10 reasons. You have to give 10 documents to prove. It is not that they have to prove that you are ingenuine, you are a criminal, you have done the offense. No, you have to prove it. The burden of proof lies on professionals and the corporate. So the importance that it deserves is really not given, as our session chairman shared before. The another section 449, which is the equivalent section of section 629 under old act. Same copy paste only, not much change. Under the old act it is 2 years, now they made it 3 years. Except this, no other changes are there. We will see what is this enough for it. I started now only. In fact, to settle I took little time, sorry. Serious fraud investigation. Let me wrap up the whole thing because the whole idea is to make you to little scared so that you won't sleep. That is the main idea. But I ensured you are awake, but now I am being called back. The credit is going to go to the next speaker only then. Serious fraud investigation office. This is another important aspect which we have to understand. We were discussing or deliberating about fraud, imprisonment. Okay, who is going to enforce it? I can always say court is there, procedure is there, and I can always take timing. I can always ask my lawyer to take time. Always they do, with due respect to law profession practice. No, it's not like that. It's not going to be like that. Maybe the old scenario is that, but now it's not that. The reason being, earlier how the action has been taken by the Registrar of Companies. The company is registered under the old act. Under section 209, the books of accounts, it will be called by Registrar of Companies for verification under section 234. When the Registrar of Companies found some information is missed out, he will call for the information from the company. Then the company has to furnish the information. If the Registrar of Companies is convinced with the information, they will bless the company and they will send them away. Fine, the information enough, you will have a long live. Fine. No, information is not enough, he will be sending a letter again back to the company saying that give further information. Again we give information, then he suspects something. No, looks like you violated. At whose discretion? At the discretion of the regulators. You violated. Then the next notice go in the form of show cause notice. Then why